kill the need to be seen. Most people don't chase power. They chase attention and confuse the two. They want to be seen, heard, praised, validated. But here's the dark truth no one tells you. The more you need to be seen, the easier you are to control. Because you're not dangerous when your self-worth is tied to noise. You're predictable. And the predictable man is never powerful. Validation is a leash, a silent, shiny leash dressed in likes, emojis, applause, and compliments. It doesn't choke you, it seduces you. It makes you believe you're winning while it pulls you exactly where they want you to go. Think about it. The algorithm is designed to feed you praise when you're tame and starve you when you're real. That's not affirmation, that's manipulation with polish. Machiavelli didn't play that game. He didn't need the crowd to clap. He needed control, influence, results. And he knew one thing clearly. The more you depend on others for your sense of self, the less of it you actually have. If you need their eyes to feel important, you've already lost the war for your mind. That's the cold reality. And most will never escape it. People walk around starving for approval, unaware of how exposed they've made themselves. Their confidence dies with one negative comment. Their energy collapses when they're ignored. Their mood swings are tied to someone else's reaction. That's not personality, that's programmable behavior. And if you can be programmed, you can be broken. But there's another path, a colder one, a lonelier one, but also the only one that leads to real power. You must learn to validate yourself through execution, not expression. Through silence, not selfies. Through progress, not praise. That's the Machiavellian mindset. The less they know, the more they fear. This is where you start rewiring. When you do something difficult, don't tell anyone. Let it build inside you. When you make a move, don't announce it. Let it explode later. When you succeed, don't chase congratulations. Let the world feel your absence, then be stunned by your emergence. Power isn't in being seen. It's in being undeniable without trying. Understand this. The man who needs to be seen never builds anything real. He's too busy performing, too busy adjusting, too busy explaining himself to stay in control. He becomes a puppet, smiling when praised, breaking when ignored. The Machiavelli, he's never the loudest. He's just always the one you can't ignore when he finally moves. There's a cost to being silent. People will misunderstand you. They'll assume you're arrogant, distant, emotionless. Let them. That's the price of power. Because those who need to be seen will waste time correcting every false impression. But those who know their value, they stay still, while their enemies waste energy trying to figure them out. You must become the ghost in their system. Not present, but always felt. Not loud, but always looming. Your moves confuse them. Your stillness frustrates them. And your focus, it terrifies them. Because you don't need to be noticed. You need to be effective. This is why most people stay stuck. They get addicted to being noticed before they've done anything worth noticing. They want praise before progress. They want love before discipline. They want a following before they built a foundation. But that's not power. That's delusion. And delusion is the enemy of every strong mind. You must disconnect from that addiction, starve it, kill it, replace it with obsession for mastery. Become invisible for a while. Let your mind grow in the dark. Let your work become your validation. Because when your validation comes from within, no one can take it from you. And the moment you start needing nothing from the world starts needing everything from you. That's how power shifts. That's how leverage is built. That's how legends move. Quiet, intentional, and always steps ahead. If you want to test yourself, go silent for a week, then 2, then a month. See who checks on you. See what falls apart without your constant presence. See how much stronger your mind becomes when it's no longer interrupted. Your focus sharpens, your emotions stabilize, and your actions, they become surgical. That's what the world fears, not a man who's loud, but a man who vanishes to build and returns without asking permission. A man who doesn't need applause because he builds empires in the dark. You have to kill the impulse to share before it's real, to show the plan before it's executed, to celebrate before you've conquered. That's the virus in modern men. They mistake attention for achievement. But the Machiavellian man knows the difference, and that's why he wins when everyone else is exhausted from pretending. And when they see what you've become, they'll ask how. How did you grow while we were all busy showing off? How did you evolve while we were explaining ourselves? How did you become untouchable when you never even raised your voice? And your answer will be silence, because real growth doesn't explain itself. It arrives. It transforms the room. It speaks without sound. Write this below if you've started to detach from the performance. I'm not here to be seen. I'm here to be sovereign. Because the man who no longer seeks their eyes becomes the shadow that rules them all.